Logan Paul, this is how fans are. Logan Paul's almost a heel. He's out there running that mouth.
He's definitely a heel. He gets a heel reaction everywhere he goes.
And Roman's a babyface because they want to see Roman beat the shit out of him.
Final WWE note to touch on, Dutch. We had the return of Braun Strowman over the last couple of weeks. He pulled off a nice little win over Otis on the September 23rd edition of SmackDown. What do you think WWE should do differently from the first time around that they did with Braun Strowman to solidify him as a main event top star for the promotion?
That's a hard question. Because big guys, I've often found out that if they're just big and they beat people up like Bray Wyatt, they don't really get, reaction from people. Yeah, he should have won. So, but you have to put him with somebody that the people, I think, Braun, he's more of a heel than he is a babyface, I think. See, they have a shortage of heels anyway. I think you should make him a heel. And you could run him against, and I think when you turn Roman, he's going to need those big monster heels. He's going to need the Braun Strowman. He's going to need, say, a Bray if he can be him. He's going to need those Gunthers. He's going to need those guys like that, or the Karrion Kross. That's what he's going to need. So if he's just a big guy, and but I don't know if this will work with any babyface, but I think when Roman drops the belt, whenever he drops it, I think shortly after that something's going to happen to him, and then he's going to come back a babyface. Remember, he left a babyface, and then he came back a heel. And the people, of course, it's going to take them some time to acclimate to a change, but they will. And sometimes all you got to do is put two guys together. They have that magic, and the work's done for you. So, but Logan Paul, this is how fans are. Logan Paul's almost a heel. He's out there running that mouth.
He's definitely a heel. He gets a heel reaction everywhere he goes.
And Roman's a babyface because they want to see Roman beat the shit out of him. Because he's got that smart mouth. And see, the best way to me is to turn if Logan was a full-time competitor in WWE, I tell him, forget talking about Roman, talk about these people. You know how Lacey was talking to the people? She attacked the people. That's what gets you heat, attack them. It's what I used to do, and it worked every time. Sometimes you can attack your opponent, and you know what the fans say? Well, yeah, you kind of got a point. Because if you hit the right, but if you attack them, oh no, you can't be doing that. You can't be talking about me. You can't be talking about us. But I think if he went out there and attacked the people, they'd want to kill him. See, today's heels, they don't get heat like heels 30, 40 years ago. You would fight the crowd sometimes coming back. Now you tell guys in the business, well, we had a riot there, and he said, shut the hell up. You didn't have no damn riot. I mean, some guys have been stabbed, hit in the head with bottles, cut with glass, rocks. Oh, yeah, because I used to say fans believed the space program was fake and wrestling was real. But you can make them so mad. Sometimes I've had to actually fight my way back to the dressing room because I was getting hit a lot more than I was hitting anybody else. But I wasn't aware there of trying to kick anybody's butt. I was just trying to get my butt back to the dressing room.
But I do have to ask. I do have to ask because you get that type of heel heat, you in your wrestling career, and you're talking about, Braun Strowman being a heel, and you would prefer him as a heel. He's gotten his biggest reactions as a babyface. Something hasn't really always connected with him as a heel. What does he need to do to get that type of reaction?
Well, I think you got to put somebody with him. Maybe you got to make him. You got to change him. He's just a big, strong. I mean, he looks great. I mean, what is there to cheer bad about him? I don't see it. But if you put, say, a babyface with him in a tag match, and he's mad and he loses, or the guy loses, and he beats the crap out of that babyface, he's got to beat up somebody they actually care about. Because if you don't do that, I mean, he could beat some of those underneath guys all the time, and they wouldn't care. If he beat up Sami Zayn, they'd go nuts. Anybody that touches Sami Zayn and beats him up now and leaves him laying, they're over. Because now they'll want to see Sami come back, and they know he's going to do something. They know he's a thinker. They know he's a low-down. I mean, he'll do anything, which makes him, and the people, and I've talked about this a long time. It's not the wrestling ability, it's the connectivity to the audience. Here's an example. Handsome Jimmy Valiant didn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch, but nobody cared because he made them, oh, yeah, from New York City. He'd sing that song and everybody would be up. He'd walk around the ring and all the people be dancing, and all of a sudden the bad guy would get on him and throw him in the ring, boom, boom, boom. And then about a minute and a half later, Jimmy's pinned him, and now the song starts again, dude, and he'd dance out of the arena. See, the dancing took up most of the match, but it made him feel good. It entertained him, and he was over. So sometimes the wrestling is over exaggerated. Sometimes it's the feeling you connect with those people. Now WWE, they don't really have people that can't really work. Well, they do, but they're far and in between. But I think if the deal with Braun Strowman is put him with somebody they care about. If they want to do that with him, that's their problem, not mine. I'm just going to sit here and critique it. Sit here like a fan. Oh, that sucked.
As we always do. But yes, I think
we're pretty kind sometimes.
Yes, we're pretty nice with what we're doing.
Anybody goes out there, or any writer puts anything on paper saying this is going to be horrible, but I'll write it down anyway. But I did hear that the morale of the writing staff in WWE is much higher now. I guess because they're not getting cussed out about every 10 minutes by Vince. I mean,
that helps. Yeah, it does help.
And I think Triple H encourages them, and he's easy to talk to. But see, Vince, you don't know what kind of mood he's going to be in, and if you know, he's not going to hit anybody. But he had such a mouth, he had such a temper. And I've never been on the receiving end of it, but I've seen some guys, and it's not fun to watch.